All right, so this weekend we really didn't do anything crazy. We kind of just started out with, we walked the field for about 30 minutes and then a little bit of light stretching. And then we did some half field one-on-ones. So with half field one-on-ones, one person starts on one side of the box and another person starts on the other, and you just play heads up. So after we did about 5 of those, 2 or 3 each, I guess, not really 5. We did about 2 or 3 each, and then we implemented communicating. So you could communicate to each other, but you couldn't shoot like cross field, but you could tell where their guy was to them. So you could give them some comms and stuff. Even if you got shot, you were still alive and helping, whether you lost or won. So, but we did that. Then we went into some running and gunning, like off the break shooting, trying to figure out our shots and our lanes off the break, the basic starting 5 bunkers, stuff like that. And then we went into some points, some bingo drill. But that's pretty much the gist for the practice. We played mostly hopper ball because we're trying to work on our comms, because as a team, that's what we needed to do. We're pretty aggressive, but we need to learn how to slow the game down a little more. So we've been doing that. It's been working well. So that's why these points are going to be kind of like cut throughout the middle, because I'm not going to sit there and make you watch an 8-minute point with only a hopper. We are going to go through and kind of break down these points that I played this past weekend. It's all GoPro footage, so you're going to get like my POV, which some of it was like my gun was down, but I was still talking, communicating better. So I'm gonna throw those videos in. But we played hopper ball all weekend, so it's gonna be like cuts throughout the points, because some of the points are like really long. So I'm not gonna sit there and make y'all watch an 8-minute point of just pure hopper ball. But I just want to show you like what I've been implementing into my style of play, and then what we're working at as a team as well. So all of these are on the MVPS layout. So if y'all want to see anything in specific for next weekend, y'all want to see me make certain moves or run certain routes, stuff like that, then drop it in the comments below. But again, thank y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you go follow my Instagram, Nasty Nate Paintball. That would be very helpful as well. Let's jump into these points and break them down. All right, so here we're just playing a half field one-on-one. Nothing crazy. My goal is to honestly just try and get lost, make them try and find me, and then hopefully pop out on one side of the bunker and shoot them whenever they're headhunting. But that's pretty much it for that. This is a pretty quick one. All right, here we're gonna do a 15 to 30 second breakout, I believe. We did a couple of these, maybe 5, 6 of them, and then we went to bingo drills. So here I'm just diving into the God bunker, the insert bunker to the snake. I didn't want to run to the snake all the way off the break just because I'm still having like a little bit of an issue with my trap, and I really don't want to re-injure that. But I'm just slowing down, trying to focus on my shots, get the comms up. So we killed the snake. Ricky is kill off the right side. But yeah, just trying to get the columns up across the field. So Monkey is the drop count. So now we're 44. Counts even. We killed 1. They killed 1. And then that's it. So. Alright, so I played this pretty much all day. I was just going up the center to the tall first tower. So I was mainly just trying to focus on getting my comms up all day and focus on all my shots when I'm shooting behind the gun. I really just want to dial everything in like right there. With all that. So,
Cobra Sierra 44.
I'm just trying to put the game together here, get all the comms across field, make sure everybody knows where everyone is. And then we can start adjusting from there and making a game plan.
Monster 344, Cobra Sierra. Monster Cobra Sierra.
Counting to myself, making sure I have the bingo.
Cobra Sierra 344.
Bingo is shut up. Everyone listen to me. I have the calls.
Tiger the 300. Bingo, bingo, Monster Cobra Sierra 43, 43.
So we're trying to just implement that call in to where if someone says bingo, just shut up, stop saying what you're saying, because they probably already have it. And if not, then you can correct them at the end.
Wyatt, wait, what are you shooting at? Wyatt, what are you shooting at?
Trying to figure out what Wyatt is shooting at.
Hey, Dingo, Tiger 3, Cobra.
Bingo and Dingo. Dingo is one of our bunker calls, so
Hold
it's
on.
a little
No. Give me 1 second.
little
Let me
iffy,
put this
but
together. Hey, is he Monster or Cobra?
here I'm just trying to figure out like how we need to push.
Hey, Monster and Dingo only.
I'm saying hey a
Monster
lot
and
still,
Dingo
which is
only.
frustrating. I've gone through and already
Hey,
written all
Wyatt,
this
Monster
stuff down,
Dingo
but
only.
but like after every day that I've played and stuff, and I've filmed with my GoPro, I'll go through and rewatch and then key up on the things that I've done. So I have a list of stuff like to where I can I'll go back through and read it, and I'll bring it to me, or I'll bring it with me to the next practice. That way I can read it before the day starts, and I can read it throughout the day as well. That way I can key up on it a little better.
He's dead.
So we're trying to pinch the Dingo out and not just run him down. Not to be nice, but to just focus on closing out the points without drawing penalties. Same thing here again, just running to the, running and gunning to this monster, this big tower in the center, shooting the Dorito gap.
Monster! 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 Hey, Cobra,
some of the things that I was, telling myself to stop doing or to key up on was obviously stop saying hey. I feel like I still did a lot better this weekend than before, but I still need to stop a little bit. Reminding myself to calm down in like hectic situations. So I'm dropping my gun when I'm talking, and honestly I think that has a big thing to do with just us playing hopper ball, and I can't just sit there and shoot in a gap or a zone or something like that. But either way, I could create a better habit if I just held it up while I'm talking, even though I'm not shooting. Plus it'll help on my endurance for just being able to sit there and hold the gun up even when I am shooting paint. So it'll help me in the long run. But yeah. Also telling someone to cover a gap when I drop it. So like if I was like shooting that snake gap, before I drop that gap, getting someone else to pick that gap up.
Hey, Gabe, stay on that.
And then some like calm stuff that you can work on is like how could you have communicated better from the position you were in? How could you have told your guy to do a certain job and it be productive? Asking what he needs help wise, like right here, like what I'm about to say to Wyatt is how can I help him move? How can I help him to get down? So yeah, and then also trying to figure out where the advantage is, on what side of the field, like where do you need to push, snake side, Dorito side, the middle. So there he was saying the big brick in the middle wasn't looking snake side, so he's probably holding the gap for Wyatt to go through. So I want to push out him so he can stay on that gap and watch the snake while I just bounce and leapfrog with it. I could have just ran down the middle of the field, I guess, but we're trying to be productive and not just like do a rep, we're doing it with intention, trying to figure out how we can do it in multiple different ways and what is the best way possible. I personally felt like this was the best way possible, because if I run through the middle and run down the middle guy, I'm probably trading. Here, I shoot both of them and I'm still alive. It's 3 up, we're 3 bodies up.
Yeah, hey, I get the snake. I'm getting the snake. Got you, Gabe. It's all good.
Snake's on me. Snake 50 tequila only.
I'm with you.
Gabe. My paint's going everywhere. Hey, snake's on me. Snake's on me. Snake, he's on the inside. Try to shoot him. Hey, he's on the outside.
Kill him. They're both dead. They're both dead.
All right, same thing. This time we're playing against Wyatt, so I was trying to keep him in, but he was throwing some pretty good and close shots at me, so he's going to end up filling out to the Dingo or 100 here. So this point is going to be pretty frustrating for me, just because me and Wyatt earlier in the day were in this position, but on the other side of the field, to where the other team Okay, let me rephrase that. Me and Wyatt were in the snake corner and the 100 crossed. It was 2-on-5, and we held them off for 8 minutes, and then they ended up calling the point. Now, the team we held off for 8 minutes was our D5 team, which is just now coming up from D6, so they're still figuring everything out, how to work together. You know, it's 5-on-5. There's a lot more zones that they have to watch out for, and they're trying to figure out how to be productive. The snake side was doing a pretty good job. The Dorito side was doing a good job. They had to close out of the middle of the field, and they didn't. So for me being in this position, understanding that the middle is going to be the one to close, and I didn't, was very frustrating for me. So I'll explain more of that here in a second. But Strom is going to get to the 500. We have a guy in the 50 snake, and I'm here in the middle of the field. I think it's 44. Like, I'm telling myself it's 44 in this, like, when I'm playing right now, or 43, one of the two, but it's actually 53. When I realized that, I messed myself up because I added a body on our side, but I also added a body on their side. So instead of it being 53, I call 54. So that was another thing I messed up on. But in my mind, I still knew it was 53, but I was calling 54 for some reason. I don't know.
Monster Cobra 100 Delta.
So now I'm just trying to put the game together, figure out how we can attack this better. So we're playing with 2 D6 guys who are starting to play D5, 5 men. And so we're trying to help them understand how they can be productive and push down the field and help. So it kind of sounds like an attitude when I'm asking them the questions, but it's just because I'm frustrated at myself, honestly. It's not even necessarily them, but it's just myself.
What?
So just correcting that call because I was kind of watching that gap for the most part the whole time.
Joel! He is not tequila.
A lot of our guys are hard-headed too, so you have to actually like yell at them
Monster, buddy.
to get them to listen. You can't be nice and
Monster
talk
Delta
quick.
100.
I don't like yelling.
Cobra Monster Delta 100. Yeah.
So nothing crazy. Gun could be up here. I could be.
Okay. Hey,
I would have liked to move up the center of their side of the field, but we're still putting the game together.
100.
We're not for sure on where they are in the bunkers because I thought the monster might have moved fire, but I don't think he did.
Dingo. Hey, did Delta go Dingo? Yeah. Delta went Dingo. Cobra Dingo 100. Monster.
This is kind of a longer point too, so sorry about that, but I'm gonna try and fill it with some stuff. So Turner was just laying out in the open trying to get a shot. He literally told White, he said, watch this, I'm about to do some crazy shit or something like that. And then I roast him. So we were laughing about that after.
Hey, 43, 100, Cobra.
We didn't kill the monster. We're gonna correct this in a minute.
Kill the monster,
so it's 53 now. I'm gonna say that here in a minute. So we're 53.
Sierra, Cobra 100.
So the monster went back to Sierra is what happened. I didn't correct that call. I wish I would have said monster went to Sierra. So now we're 100 Sierra or Cobra.
100.
So if we could have just pushed down the Dorito side a little bit more and got to their side of the field, and then got Joel or our 50 snake guy on their side of the field as well, which Strom just got there.
I got you, Bubba. He's still
then we could have closed it out a lot better and had a stronger pinch. But we're in positions that they can kind of just relax because the Cobra really doesn't have to worry too much about that 50 Dorito.
Bingo 100
just because
Sierra,
of the angle.
Cobra,
and that was the
43.
position I was in on the 5-on-2 that we were in. So, but they're just trying to get everyone to listen, telling everyone to stop, saying the bingo. Strom is asking for a pinch here.
Lightning the Cobra.
I'm asking one of the D6 guys, you know, what's stopping him? How can we progress him down the field? So he moved. So I just complimented that.
Cobra Sierra.
But yeah. So here I'm just playing peekaboo with Wyatt, throwing some snapshots at him.
Cobra, Sierra, 100
we just
still.
weren't being productive. So it was getting very frustrating to me, and I'm getting frustrated right now.
Hey!
Strom has been asking for a pinch for like the last 45 seconds, so just trying to get someone to do that for him, which we shouldn't have pinched the bunker he was trying to. We should have tried to pinch the Sierra from a different angle because it's a can, so it's a much harder bunker to stay alive in, especially with the positions we were on the field.
43.
So 43, I said it correct. We were 53, but I had their count right, not our count. But I'm gonna be messing myself up here in a minute. So once we get the 53 call, I'm gonna be filling out to Dorito side because we had a guy up the middle, and playing with higher divisional players, I just assumed that the role would switch over and he would know what to do. But that was my fault because he's new. He doesn't understand these things. So it's my job as being a higher divisional player on the field with him to help him and guide him. So I messed up.
Hey, where's he looking at you at? What gap is he shooting through?
So there, I messed myself up because I added a body to our side, and then I added a body to their side. What I meant was 53.
Take one.
I'm only calling 3 bunkers. It's not like, oh, wait, where's the 4th guy? Because there's only 3 guys. So I knew that, but I messed up the call, which probably threw everyone else off as well. So little things like that you gotta key up on. I gotta fix. So I wish I would have stayed up the middle. Like I was saying, this was not the right play. If it was the right play, then I should have just ran down Wyatt whenever I got to their side of the field. But then there's risk of the Sierra shooting me and possibly the Cobra. The Cobra really can't shoot you or even see that you're doing the move until you get to the Dorito, basically, on that he was in. So I was on the wire. I was telling Strom not to get on the wire because now we're both doing the same job and that's pointless. And I wanted him to put that inside so the snake couldn't go, or so the Cobra couldn't go to the snake. I should have just pushed Strom down the field versus me leapfrogging him, but I was, like I said, frustrated with myself and what was going on and why we weren't closing it out since it's a 53.
Hey, who's behind me? Someone's behind me.
So someone filled up behind me, and I don't know who it was. I think someone did at least. It sounded like there was. So I was just trying to get the calm so that way I knew if I needed to fill a cross field because they made a bad fill or something. But there I'm getting frustrated because, you know, what are we doing? We're 53. Turner calls 30 seconds, so we got to close the point out now. So I bump up with Strom, crawl to the Dorito, and here the point's going to end in a second because I just get shot by Wyatt down the wire or from the inside, one of the two. So, and then they just, you know, called it after 30 seconds. So that's pretty much it there. But hopefully y'all were able to learn something from that. If y'all like these breakdowns, let me know, like the video, comment on it, because I kind of like doing these help me recognize stuff. Like I'm gonna do them either way in my free time or whether it's for y'all to help people understand what the game plan was, or you know, how you can just progress and be better or break down your own film. So again, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow my Instagram, Nasty Nate Paintball, and that should be it. So we'll see y'all in the next video.